YouTube, what is going on, Lakers family? In today's video, we got some NBA news involving the Los Angeles Lakers. So, James Piercy, the author of NBA Analysis Network, today did propose a bold trade for the Lakers to acquire sharpshooter Luke Kennard from the Memphis Grizzlies. And the Grizzlies received Lakers point guard Gabe Vincent, big man Jackson Hayes. Now, the Los Angeles Lakers, I still feel like they need to address some things. Three-point shooting is one of them. We're one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the league, or if not the worst three-point shooting team in the league. We're bottom in three-point percentage-wise. We are ranked in 29th in three-point percentage, and that's not going to win you no NBA championship. In this era, this generation, you got to be able to knock down three-point shots consistently and be able to create your own shot. And the Lakers, this is a team that has strengths, right? Attacking at the rim. Our weakness is three-point shooting, and we're not a three-point shooting team. For example, that New Orleans Pelicans game, the in-season tournament semifinals in Las Vegas, we were red hot, right? LeBron James hit like two three-pointers in the logo in T-Mobile Arena, whatever that arena is called, right? You get what I'm trying to say. And then Torian Prince shot lights out from the three-point line. He made like 5 three-pointers, but he did shoot 8 three-pointers, only made 5 of them. He had like 15 points. And Anthony Davis, he doesn't take too many three-point shots. So this season, he just hasn't took a lot of three-pointers. AD. And if LeBron James and Anthony Davis shots are not falling, who are you going to rely on? Are you going to rely on Torian Prince? We brought him for 2 things only this offseason, free agency. Defense and three-point shooting. And he has spurts where he's been able to knock down three-point shots, go red hot. But there's been spurts where he's just been very inconsistent, been a offensive liability. And I like his defense, his energy, his intensity. I'd much rather start Jared Vanderbilt because in the star lineup, we've been having Torian Prince run in the star lineup, and that's just been him throughout the whole season since that Denver Nuggets game in their opener in Denver in the Mile High. He's been starting because Jared Vanderbilt, he was injured. He didn't make a season debut until this month of December, and we finally got him back in time, especially before the Phoenix Suns in-season tournament game at home because it was a knockout game, but he did play the other game before that. I forgot who he played before the Phoenix Suns at home, but someone let me know in the comment section. But the Los Angeles Lakers, we do need to address that. That's one thing. Luke Kennard, he's one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA in the league, and he's a pure three-point shooter. He's not really a scorer, but we need his three-point shooting. He's having a down year from the three-point. He's a career 54, or not 54, career 37% three-point shooter. My apology. And 2022-23 season, last season, he did shoot 54% from the three-point line. And now this season, he's shooting solid from the three-point line, but it's still solid. 37% from the three-point line is very good, but it's decreasing from what he had last season. But 2023-24 season, 37% still solid. Is very good, but for him, it's not good concerning him being one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA. And for the Memphis Grizzlies, they've been struggling. They've been dealing with injuries. You got your superstar point guard, John Morant, who's been missing games, getting in trouble. He was suspended for 25 games due to, like, the gun thing, whatever the case may be. And then you got John Morant, who has been a headache. Has mental problems. You got Derrick Rose, who you got this offseason. He's near of his career, so you cannot rely on him, especially with John Morant being out. He lost Tyus Jones. He went to the Washington Wizards. Dylan Brooks, he was a free agent. He went to the Houston Rockets. So this is not the same team without John Morant. It's not where they could win games and rely on these role players to step up. And then you got your big man in Bismack Biyombo, who he signed in free agency. He's a solid rim protector, a guy who's just going to play his role. And then you got your big man in Brandon Clark, who's out for the season. Well, not out. I'm not sure if he's out for the season, but he missed a lot of time in the playoffs dealing with like Achilles, and he's expected to miss a lot of games this season. He's been out. And then you got Steve Adams, who's missing this entire year due to like an injury, season-ending surgery. So maybe they can improve that, adding a big man in Jackson Hayes. He's a lob threat, a rim runner, pick-and-roll player, someone that can catch lobs, play defense, just be in the paint in the dunker spot, has size, has versatility. He's like what 6'10", 6'11". He's a center. He really hasn't got too much minutes for the Los Angeles Lakers. And Darvin Ham's rotations are terrible. He really hasn't played him too much. And then Christian Wood, what's up with Christian Wood? He's not getting too much minutes for the Los Angeles Lakers. So maybe the Memphis Grizzlies want to take a flyer on Jackson Hayes. They need rebounding. They need that interior presence, that interior defense for the Memphis Grizzlies. And maybe they can use a backup point guard and Gabe Vincent, who's going to provide defense, three-point shooting. This season he's been dealing with injuries for the Los Angeles Lakers. And even when he was playing, he was horrible. He just couldn't knock down three-point shots. He was shooting around 7% from the three-point line. That is terrible. And last season, he was a big part of the Miami Heat. There was the reason why they made it to the NBA Finals. Him and Max Strus was on the team. Of course, the Miami Heat did lose Max Strus. He went to the Cleveland Cavaliers. I believe it was in the sign-and trade, right, with like three teams, the San Antonio Spurs, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Miami Heat. And then Marcus Smart, he was dealing with injuries. Now, the Memphis Grizzlies, they do have Santi Aldama. You also got Jaren Jackson Jr., former Defensive Player of the Year from last season. He's in foul trouble, so maybe they can add a big man. I mean, the Memphis Grizzlies, they're 6-15. They're the 13th seed. They're 4-6 in the last 10 games, while the Los Angeles Lakers are 14-9, 5th seed, 7-3 in the last 10 games. So we're improving since Jared Vanderbilt came back. You also got Cam Reddish in the star lineup, guarding the best player on opposing teams, their superstar. Taurean Prince played solid defense on Tyrese Halliburton. He's been a bucket, a playmaker. He had 3 turnovers in 35 minutes. He had like 20 points and 11 assists in the in-season tournament game when the Lakers won the Cup in Las Vegas. And then Miles Turner struggled. He only had 10 points, or was it 7 points? But whatever. And then Buddy Hield did struggle to knock down a three-point shot. So the Memphis Grizzlies, not the Memphis Grizzlies, but the Los Angeles Lakers were cooking the Indiana Pacers in the paint. We had 88 points in the paint, and the Indiana Pacers had 44 points in the paint. We had 18 turnovers for the Los Angeles Lakers, and they had 7 or 9. So we need to be more careful of turning over the ball. And three-point percentage, we shot around at least 2 of 13 to the Indiana Pacers, 10 of 41. And we shot 15.4% from the three-point line to the Indiana Pacers, 24.4% from the three-point line. And I do want to say, in the first half, we didn't make a three-point shot. We were 0-10 from the three-point line in the first half. And then the second half, we made one three-pointer because Taurean Prince, he had a three-point shot in the left corner with 1:11 left in the third quarter. So the Lakers in the entire game, we shot 13 three-pointers and only made 2. So that is terrible. That's not going to win an NBA championship. And the most important thing is we want to win the NBA title. We want to get our 18th batter. Of course, the Lakers did win the NBA in-season tournament cup. We made history. We're the first team to ever do that. But the record doesn't count for the in-season tournament towards our regular season record, which sucks. But it is what it is. And I'll take a win, but this is not the NBA championship. This is just an in-season tournament championship, so it doesn't really mean anything. I like the in-season tournament. You get more competitive basketball, teams trying to fight hard, trying to win that money. And the Los Angeles Lakers got at least $500K, the winners, and then the losers get at least $200K, almost $500,000, the $500K. But make sure you guys drop a like, smash subscribe button. Before I end the video, I do got to say that Luke Kennard, he's making around $14 million per year, right? So he's a little bit reasonable, but kind of expensive. Not too expensive. He's kind of cheap. We'll see. The salaries would have to work. Maybe Gabe Vincent. Do you really want to include him? I believe he's worth around $10 million per year, which he's making. Maybe add a second-round pick for him. I will say Luke Kennard, he's a solid three-point shooter. He can knock down it. But consistently, you got to worry about that because this season, his three-point shot has been decreasing. It's been going down. And what if the Lakers make the trade? It just doesn't work out, right? And it just seems like every player that's a very good three-point shooter, and then they join on the Los Angeles Lakers, they struggle to knock down three-point shots, right? Taurean Prince was a career 37% three-point shooter, I guess. And with the Minnesota Timberwolves, he was a very important piece on their team. And then on the Los Angeles Lakers, he shot at least 41% from the three-point line at first. I believe the beginning of the season went down to 37. So it went down, and then he shot around 31%. So, You cannot keep relying on these role players to knock down shots consistently. And also, D'Angelo Russell, he's a coin flip. He's very consistent. Sometimes you head tails or just you just never know, right? Anthony Davis, he's not known as a 3 point shooter. You got LeBron James elevating his game in year 21. He's the oldest player in the NBA. He's 38 years old. He's a 4 time NBA champion. He's won 3 championships with like 3 different teams. Well, no, well, he's won 4 championships, but you get what I'm trying to say. He's won 2 championships with the Miami Heat. He's won one with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and then he was won one with the Los Angeles Lakers in the 2019-20 season in the bubble in Miami, Florida, Walt Disney. So I appreciate the support. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think of this trade idea? Would you want to acquire Luke Kennard? I mean, the Memphis Grizzlies are struggling. Do you think it's too late for the Memphis Grizzlies to make a run to at least compete, make it to the playoffs? I still believe they're going to be a first round exit. The Memphis Grizzlies, even if they try to come back, I do think they're going to be a playing team at worst, not be a playing team or not even make it to the playoffs, depending when John Morant comes back. But they're going to need that size. The Memphis Grizzlies, adding Jackson Hayes would help. The Los Angeles Lakers, in my personal opinion, do I really want to trade Jackson Hayes? No, because, like I said, the Lakers, their rebounding has been killing us. The second chance points have been killing us. But since Jared Vanderbilt came back, we've been playing better. He's been helping us with offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds. He's a very good rebounder, provides size, guarding the best player on the opposing team, guarding the superstar player on the other team. And then you got Cam Reddish shoes, getting deflections, using his size, playing some very good perimeter defense. And you got LeBron James, who in year 21 is dominating still. Anthony Davis playing his best in-season tournament game, having 41 points and 20 rebounds. And then Osiri's making big-time clutch shots, big-time moments. He had like 22 points in the first half. He had like 28 points in total. He had 6 points in the second half. And that's Darvin Ham's fault because he didn't really play him too much in the second half. And what do you expect? How do you expect Osiri's to have more points if he's not getting too much minutes, not getting too much run? But Los Angeles Lakers fans, let me know in the comment section what video or idea do you guys want to see me talk about, what topic. Do you think the Lakers still need to make a trade? I don't want the Lakers to get another star. I wouldn't mind it, but, do you really want to gut your roster? I mean, are you going to have to include Rui Hachimura, maybe Osiri's? Zach LaVine, he's cool, but he's been dealing with injuries, and it looks like he's done with the Chicago Bulls. He's out at least 3 to 4 weeks to a month. You got DeMar DeRozan. He's but he's going to be a free agent next offseason, 2024. Do you really want to include your assets, trade assets to get another star? I mean, do you really want to risk it? But I'm out of here. I'm talking too much. Peace.